Jake Bates. Throwing right side, and it's going to be intercepted. Return past the 15, past the 20, out past the 30. Has space down the sideline. 40, 35, 30. And he is gone. A pick six for Houston. Snap good, hold good, kick up. And it is straight down the middle. Looking to throw, rolls out right. Throws end zone. Touchdown San Antonio. Cody Latimer alone in the end zone. They take a 1-point lead with 3 seconds left. 52-yarder, left hash for the win. Snap good, hold good, kick up. It's drilled. Miami escapes week 1 with the win. Jason Sanders looking to throw. Pass right side, wide open. Touchdown Drake London. Touchdown Drake London. Atlanta has tied this game and are an extra point away from taking the lead. Needing the 12-yard line. Handoff, Robinson left side. And going to be stuffed. A loss of 4, maybe 5 on the play. And with 50 seconds to go, the Chiefs have the ball. And most likely that does it. Ball on the 17.5-yard line. Looking to throw. Stepping up, throwing for the end zone. And caught. Touchdown Green Bay. Dontavian Wicks. 56 seconds to play. The Packers are within 3. 6:17 to play in overtime. Tua shotgun. Back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Bunched up. Tua to throw. Has time. Plenty of time. Pass. End zone left side. Jonnu Smith. Touchdown Miami. They're gonna win. Let's go, baby. Here, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the left. Gonna send Smith in motion. Toss left side for Saquon Barkley. Good blocking and room to run. Past midfield. Spinning his way. Past the 35 to 30. 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. And the Eagles respond instantly. Saquon Barkley. Oh my. Making his presence felt. 1 play. 60 yards. 3rd and 9 from the 35. Mahomes looking to throw. Quick pass left side. Caught by Piron. Has room to run. First down and more. Down to about the 17. And he stays in bounds. That will do it. The Kansas City Chiefs have escaped the Bills and have punched their ticket. Hello, everybody, and welcome on in. Week 3 of the NFL season begins here momentarily. And of course, it starts with the Dolphins at Bills. Because why wouldn't it? Last year, week 2 started with the Dolphins hosting the Bills on Thursday Night Football. That game went about as well as you could expect it to go. Hopefully today goes a little bit better, but I do not have high expectations for this one. Expectations are not high. But we're here nonetheless. We're here either way. We'll see how this goes. Yes, and welcome on back. I really do appreciate it. Last week when Tom rated, it was for the Packers-Commanders game. Now you get to see me and team play. Of course, this season has not been going the greatest for Miami, but at least it'll be over the top emotions in this one way or another. I have a problem. If this game goes as I expected, it'll just be acceptance of a new era. Welcome on in. This is gonna be one of those games. I thought that Colts game was bad in the moment. I was texting with some friends. I have a friend who's a Bills fan. We were texting like an hour or so ago before this one, and I was just like, yeah, y'all might put up 50 in this game. It's not gonna be great. Wait, the time will tell. 2 of the last 3 times we've played in Buffalo, it's been a pretty close game. Last year it came down to a 60-plus yard field goal. We had that playoff game that was a 3-point game. We had another game that same season that was relatively. We'll see. We'll see. He's gonna have a great night. I'm just ready to laugh in the embarrassment of this. I don't want this game to be close, because if it's close, that means Steven Ross and how patient he can be. He's gonna let this ride till the end of the season. If this is a complete disaster, maybe we get immediate change. But even still, knowing Steven Ross, immediate change is not going to happen. I think the last time he fired a coach mid-season was Joe Philbin in 2015, to which the interim was Dan Campbell, and we didn't keep him. I don't think it would have worked out either way. But so that was... Yeah, I don't think Adam Gase might have been fired mid-season. But at the same time, that year was like a 8-7 year, or 8-8 year, so... I just know that it's been a minute since we fired a coach mid-season. First 0-2 start in 4 seasons. Well, no, yeah. I think it'll be at least 5 seasons, because Flores is last year. Pretty sure we started 1-1. Either way, it's gonna be something. It seems like Miami will be getting ball first in this. Tua has his helmet on. Allen's just chilling on the bench. He's as locked in as he ever will be against this team. Welcome on in. As yet, Miami gets ball first in this one. Ripping the Band-Aid off early, I see. This is gonna be... Yeah, if you don't mind. I know it would have been on a Flores. It's either 2019 or it's 2021. As kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from the goal line. Up past the 25, trying to find room down the left side. Past the 35, past the 40, past midfield, and out of balance near the 48. We will take that. D. Eskridge on the return. All right. Good starting field position, Tua. What do you have for us? Yeah, no start in 2019 was 0-2 start, because it went through both of those games to begin that season. That was... That's a great starting field position thanks to the D. Eskridge return. Ball near the 47. Tua under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the... Gonna send a man in motion, right to left. And they're going to play action and look to throw. Tua pass right side, caught by Malik. Heads to about the 42. Gain of 5, not bad, not bad. I saw a stat earlier. I think it was earlier today, or... Yeah, it was earlier today, because Ari posted it. Miami tight ends have 2 receptions through 2 weeks. Like, compare that to Jonnu Smith last year, who had a career year. I mean, that's just unacceptable. All right, Tua in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 2nd and 5 from the 42. Gonna shift Achane to his left as they give to Achane. Running right. Only gonna pick up about a yard, if that. Yeah, there was a lot of talk about, Bills' run defense. Not the greatest. They're giving up this amount of yards per game already. And it's like, they played Derrick Henry, Lamar Jackson week 1. What do you expect? 2020? Who would those have been against? I do not remember that. Wasn't I assume Buffalo would have been one of those. Tua in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Gonna send a man in motion right to left. 3rd and 4 to throw. Pass right side is gonna be caught by Tyreek, and they're gonna give him the first down. Gain of 4 exactly. 2020, that was the year we played Seattle week 3, right? So we would have started the season 0-3 that year. Or am I thinking of... Yeah, that would have been that season. Just 2019 week 3. I don't know. Bills and Patriots? Then yeah, I think that would have been the Seattle year week 3. Tua in shotgun, back behind him, gonna look to throw once again. Pass time, pass left side is Achane with plenty of room. Past the 30 and a first down and then some. Up near the 20, they'll say he's out of bounds at the 22. Jaguars week 3. Okay. Then Seattle would have been 2019 because that was I know Fitz played in that game last time and second last time we played them. 2020 was a weird year for Miami. Tua in shotgun, back to his right, ball on the 21. 3 receiving options to the right as well. Handoff left side for Ollie Gordon. Gonna get inside the 20 to about the 18. Miami into the red zone. The Bills are without Matt Milano and Ed Oliver tonight. Those are two. I guess the question is just, can you take advantage of it? Yeah, true. It was a weird year for everyone. Yeah. Yeah, because I feel like most people I played high school football, the way we handled that 2020 season was it made me quit football. It was terrible. Quick pass left side to Malik Washington for a screen. He's gonna get inside the 10 and down to about the 6, maybe the 7. Penalty marker is down though. Because yeah, I was summer conditioning and whatnot. I had to be moved into a warehouse and then also like a random park that was relatively in the area. Penalty is illegal man downfield on the play, because of course it is. We were supposed to have like 3 games in JV that year, and then like 3 in varsity when I got moved up. Only ended up playing 2 of those because games got canceled. It was fun. Yeah, there's 2 people down. I mean, it was behind the line though, and whatever. Patrick Paul was one of them. I think Aaron Brewer was another man who was downfield. The ball now back at the 24. Tua in shotgun, back behind him. Give right side for Achane, trying to get the edge. We'll get inside the 20, inside the 15, and down. I think they actually say the 18, but a good run in for Devon Achane there to make this a more manageable third. Oh yeah, 2020 was sophomore year for me, and that was the worst I've done in school ever. Because I had, especially like math wise, I'm typically really good at math, but I would have to leave. I would have to have leave class early while online to make sure I get to practice in time. It was terrible. Handoff up the middle on 3rd and 1. It's Ollie Gordon inside the 5 to the 4. All right, run. Hey, we're committing to the run on this opening drive. I like it. It's been a minute since we've done that. And them they don't have their 2 main presence up front with Ed Oliver and Matt Milano. So take advantage of it. Keep it on the ground. Miami's going Wildcat. Oh no, Tua's under center. I'm blind. Tua under center. Yeah, when we ever in I form in the red zone like this? Under center, gonna hand this off to Ollie Gordon up the middle, loses 2. Would rather have seen Wildcat. I get that I look older a lot. Like that's yeah, that's common. Honestly, I take it as a compliment as well. Eventually, I need to shave, or at least trim this beard. But eventually, when you see that, that's when the age truly shows. Tua to throw in 2nd and goal. Shifting to his right, gonna give to Malik Washington in the flat. He's gonna fight his way to about the 2. You have to finish this drive in the end zone. I don't care how long it. I don't care. Go for it on 4th if you need to. This drive needs to finish in the end zone. Yeah, I didn't really have anyone else open. I mean, if Tua had a stronger arm, you could have made the argument he hits Tyreek over the middle as soon as he breaks, but that's not what Tua's up to. So 3rd and goal from the 2. Under center, back behind him. 3 receivers to the left. Send a man in motion left to right as they give this up the middle to Ollie Gordon, and he breaks the plane. Miami scores an opening drive touchdown for the first time this year. Scored a first quarter touchdown for the first time this year. And that's how you start a game. Ollie Gordon II, rookie out of Oklahoma State. People expecting bigger things out of him early on this season in the first 2 weeks. There's the impact we've been waiting for. Yeah, age is a weird thing sometimes. Extra point for Riley Patterson is up and good. Because my cousin is 5 years older, my sister is 7. Yeah, you put us like all next to each other, you would never guess that. It's definitely interesting. Heading to a commercial break, but that's how you start a game. All right, so offense started perfect start for the offense. Absolute perfect. Well, unless I want to get nitpicky here, then I can say it's not perfect, but perfect. Now we just need the defense. A defense has forced 2 punts this season, I think. We'll see. I have no expectations for this defense. Offense, that was. And I think a big reason why the offense looked good there was no Ed Oliver and no Matt Milano for Buffalo. You just have to take advantage while you can. Yeah, it's something. I'll gotta take what you can get with this team this year. We can keep this close. Gotta find a way to keep this close. I think the biggest concern is just is Allen's arm, but more so his running ability and James Cook. Like if we can't contain that, I'm not sure there's much of a shot in this game. Even we'll see. Flyover of new Highmark Stadium that's being built right next door. I actually am excited for that to be finished. Yeah, we'll see how the Bills respond. It's less of if the Bills can respond to that or if our defense can match the energy. You can give up points here if you're our defense. You just need to put in the same amount of effort. And it'll give me a little bit more confidence in it this game. Well, that's the thing with McDaniel. I was talking with someone about this earlier. He doesn't try to coach the defense. He leaves that to the DC, which is such a weird thing for the head coach to do. But kickoff return beginning about a yard deep into the end zone. He'll get to about the 30. So Josh Allen takes the field, 8:25 to play in the first quarter. He had one last 11 home starts, undefeated against Miami while at home. And there's now a penalty on the penalty before the snap here, before they've even broken the huddle. Is it going to be on Buffalo? Push them back. You give us any type of leeway. Yeah, personal foul on Buffalo. We'll take it. We will take it. Yeah, there's some excess pushing and shoving afterwards there. I'm not sure if I can replicate that voice. The ball now on the 15. Allen in shotgun looking to throw. Pass time. Pass left side is going to be in. Is that caught? Oh my God, Keon Coleman. Penalty marker is down. Did Keon Coleman really just catch that? What's this flag? It's DPI anyway. It doesn't matter. Yeah, that's clear. No, he dropped it, but yeah, that's clear DPI. Oh yeah, in my head, obviously I do that. Yeah, and McDaniel just doesn't care about the defense. Like, it's been on record that he leaves everything defense related to the DC. And that's why like Fangio was supposed to be a good hire and why Weaver has been an okay hire, because like their head coaches running the defense. Pass left side to James Cook is gonna get about 5. Visualize like I mean, that strategy might work for Cincy. Would not work for Miami. Even with Jake Brown, and I mean, he plays solid for that offense. Handoff up the middle for James Cook, and there's room. First down and more. Past midfield, and finally brought down near the 45. Yeah, our run defense is going to be put to the test tonight. I made the executive decision to start James Cook in fantasy over Achane. Because for as much as I'm out here, like, I want Miami to win. For fantasy, I'm still being realistic. Allen under center, back behind him, 2 receiving. Once again to Cook, and beautiful blocking. Gonna get him about 12 on the play. Yeah. Not surprised. I mean, this year, since he's scheduled this year, they could win 10 games with how they've played through 2 weeks. The biggest thing for them was they had to start hot, and that's exactly what they did. I go through like stretches with fantasy. As they give to Cook once again, gonna try and bounce it right side. We'll get about 3 up to the 30. Like I'm doing fantasy again this year, but it's been like 2 or 3 years since the last time I've done it. For as much as I like fantasy, I don't typically like thinking that way. So I don't often do it. Allen in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receivers to each side, 2nd and 7 from the 30. Good drive being built here from Buffalo. As Allen will look to throw, Miami sends 4. Pass right side caught by an open Dalton Kincaid. He's going to pick up the first down and maybe a gain of 10 up to the 20. Well, that's the thing. Reports, like Rappaport tweeted this, Schefter tweeted this, is that 3 months is like the goal for Burrow to be out, and that would put him with 3 weeks left in the season. And I could totally see Browning bring them to a 5-7 record through the next 12. And at that point, the final 3 games are easy for Cincy. Allen under center, back and fullback behind him. Play clock winding down as he makes adjustments at the line. Tossing this right side for Ty Johnson is going to get only about a yard. Put some knocking on the red zone. Yeah, like, since he doesn't have too much leeway in how they can play the next few weeks, the next like few months, but there's enough leeway there where I think they can manage it properly. The biggest thing is starting 2-0. Allen alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Play clock winding down. We'll look to throw. Allen with time, passing left side. Gonna be caught by Kincaid. Stays on his feet, and he's in. Touchdown, Buffalo. Yep. 85 yards. They moved down the field with ease. And the one thing Miami cannot do is have this game be a shootout. Yeah, Kincaid, pretty wide open. That's not a great throw, but a great catch from Kincaid. And he had plenty of space there. Yeah. Yep, they responded right back. The extra point is up and good. Yeah, I'm not surprised by that response at all. I'm also gonna change how I'm watching. I typically watch Thursday Night Football on Prime Vision because I like being able to see the entire field like that. But with this Buffalo offense, it's just not working. They're actually pushing the ball down the field. Yep, they responded right back. Oh, my opponent in fantasy forgot to put Kincaid in his lineup. Oh yeah, I will take that. I would be more obviously like Baltimore is the big worry for Cincy, but Pittsburgh's one of those teams this year where like they're gonna have good weeks and they're gonna have some tough weeks. I mean, the way they played against Seattle, like that was not very encouraging for that offense. Yeah, yeah, those websites help a lot with the NHL because I think I have ESPN Plus now because of the whole like Disney Plus merge bullshit, but even then, like Panther games aren't often on ESPN Plus. Like they're either on ESPN, TNT, or Script Sports. I'm just not bothering getting Script Sports. Because I mean, like they have the pieces. Like Pittsburgh has the pieces this year to go on some kind of a run. They just need consistency out of that offense. And for as much as, like Rodgers is a good quarterback, I'm not sure if he's going to be as consistent as they need. Yeah. Gotta be able to do what you can. What was it? A Free recently made a video where he got like the knockoff Steelers gear, and in it he mentioned how it's like $650 to watch all the NFL games this year. Like crazy. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning from about the 3, and there's some space up past the 30 to the 33. And yeah, I mean the kickoff rules are something. I mean, I'm kind of used to them because of the XFL and UFL, but I don't know, like I'm fine with it. Yeah, Browns are not a problem at all. Oh, yeah, there's a penalty on Miami on the kickoff. Hell yeah, KJ Britt is called for something. Cool. You know, we cannot expect the defense to do anything tonight. That's the thing. So, like, if we're gonna win this game, it's gonna be a shootout, and I don't think Miami's ever won a shootout against Buffalo in this decade, or in the past decade. Oh yeah, true. And yeah, that's old kickoff rules as well. With Caleb Johnson messing that up. Tua in shotgun looking to throw. Pass left side's going to be incomplete. Looking for Malik Washington. Put it too far outside. He couldn't hang on to the one-hand grab. If he puts it on target, he has like 15 yards of space to run with. That's a bad miss by Tua. Yeah, I feel like Caleb Johnson might have just not realized he touched it there on that play. But like, yeah, that was a weird one in that game. And 2nd and 10, Tua in shotgun, gonna give this up the middle and gets about 4 up to the 19 for Devon Achane. And but not much else. You got away with on the opening drive. Now you have to play near perfect. Well, no, because if he didn't and it bounced into the end zone, wouldn't it be a touchback, or is that only on punts now? Because that used to be a rule on kickoffs as well. Oh, they did change that? Okay. Tua in shotgun, gonna look to throw. Oh, he bobbled the snap. Now gonna try and take it himself. He makes 1 miss and gonna get about 3, maybe 2. Oh, that's fantastic. All right, a 3 and out. You're only on punts now? Okay. It's hard to keep up with all the rule changes they're trying to make. Well, yeah, there's going to be a lot of penalties for the time being on the new kickoff until every team gets used to it. As the punt comes off clean, going to be returned beginning from the 22, gets to about the 36, maybe 37 with it. Commercial break. Yeah. Bobbled snap on 3rd and 5 is not how you wanted that drive to end. And early on, we're already having the miscues that are probably going to steal this game. All right. If it was a case where we got balled to begin the half, it would have been a little bit better, but yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, that's way too much money to have to spend for what? Probably gonna watch. Most people on average will watch maybe 50 NFL games in the season. So like, there's no need to spend that much. It's ridiculous, and like the NBA, I think is a good example of handling the different networks and streaming services things in the complete wrong way. Yeah, like holding calls on the run game as well. Yeah. And anytime a new rule gets thrown in, it typically takes time for teams to adjust and there'll be less penalties. The only time that wasn't the case was the hip drop tackle rule, in part because they're refusing to actually call penalties on it. Oh yeah. Though some of Progressive's commercials are something. Oh, but yeah, the NBA, they're having what it's ESPN, it's NBC, it's Amazon, it's I think there's like 1 or 2 other streaming services, which like yeah, that's again, it's a lot, but you know, there's a precedent for it. What there's not a precedent for is your commissioner calling pretty much telling fans, don't watch our games, watch the highlights we post after the fact. Like that was crazy for Adam Silver to do. I feel like there's none of the big 4 leagues right now have a solid commissioner. I feel Goodell is probably the best, but still, like he's done some stuff that's just questionable. As we're just back from commercial break, Allen and shotgun, a back to each side. Going to give this up the middle for James Cook, and there's good blocking once again. A gain of 9 for Cook. Yeah, like that's... Yeah, like that commercial is insane. Like, I could understand like the other backup commercials they've done, like, you know, backing up the car, cleaning out the gutters or whatnot, but that one, yeah, that one's insane. Also, having it be Tommy DeVito as well, like, what do we do? Allen, a handoff right side on a jet sweep, and there's plenty of space. Up past the 45 and out of bounds near the 41. This is why I like having Prime Vision, because it tells me the player names. Believe that's Elijah. Yeah, Elijah Moore on the carry there. Yeah, again, that's just a commercial that they completely missed the memo on. Allen play action looking to throw. Pass over the middle, and that's going to be caught into like... That's caught up to the 30. That's Kincaid once again. He was surrounded by Dolphins there. Allen still gets that pass in perfectly. Yeah, that's a perfect window for that pass. Again, I love watching Allen play. I hate he plays for Buffalo. If he was on any other team, he'll probably be my favorite quarterback. He's under center, back behind him. A toss right side, and there's some space up past the 30, down near the 27. I believe that's Ty Johnson on the carry once again. Let me just make sure I have the Bills roster properly set up here. Yeah, because it's also like the premise of it being like a family photo and them like referencing the video. Like, it's dumb. Again, like the other like backup commercials, they can make sense. The logic behind it is a mess to try and unravel for it to like to try and like to even possibly defend it. But there's no doing that. As we're at the commercial break for the end of the first quarter, 15 minutes in the books. It's tied up at 7. Better than I thought it was gonna be, but Buffalo is driving. I'm kind of just waiting for Progressive to bring back the at home with Baker Mayfield commercials. Because those were fun commercials. Obviously, like, one, even if he was still in Cleveland, that's not Progressive Field anymore. And 2, and I'm not sure how the logistics behind doing it in Tampa. Because unlike Cleveland, there's not much surrounding Raymond James Stadium. Yeah. Yeah. It's just it misses the mark on... I can't even tell what I can't even tell what that commercial is trying to say. Like some commercials, like they can have a story behind it. The Budweiser commercials with, you know, the dog and the horse, that like those commercials are always great. Minor story, but still a story that's good. I don't know what they're trying. I don't think that commercial had any product tested with it. This a new Walking Dead thing? Or is just a different Norman Reedus zombie adjacent project? I know it is Walking Dead, okay. Yeah. It does. I think Progressive's one of those companies where like I don't really care how like their stock does or how like what kind of product it is and all that. But still, like if you're gonna make a commercial like that and feature an NFL player, you gotta like make sure it's done right. Give up the middle to James Cook on 2nd and 6 to begin the quarter. It's gonna be a gain of roughly 4 after getting stood up by like 5 different Dolphins. Okay, this is the second this season they're pointing this out, and I respect that they are. When it comes to Josh Allen's mechanics between his rookie season and how he is now, because it is a great thing to point out. Like that gets brought up every year. Come on. All right, 3rd and 2. Allen in shotgun, a back to his left. Going to give to Cook up the middle. He's going to pick up the first down inside the 20 down to the 18. Yeah, and I wish he's not going to be able to stop James Cook tonight. I mean, what was the new Ride the Float commercial? It's not to the same level. It's just that Ride the Float commercial is just bad for different reasons. But it's also one where I'm like, I'm seeing it every game, and I do not want to see it anymore. Allen in shotgun, back to his right to each side. 1st and 10 from the 18. Going to look to throw once again. Plenty of time. Pass right side for the end zone and incomplete. Looking for Dalton Kincaid, was nearly placed in a bucket, but that's Ashton Davis batting that ball away. All right. 2nd down coming up. As finally Miami's getting good coverage, but that ball was placed perfectly. Gee, yeah, that's in a bucket either way, man. Oh, God, Allen is such a good quarterback. Allen in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the left, looking to throw once again. Pass over the middle is caught by Shakir. Breaks off 1 tackle and gonna be stood up at the 10, a gain of 8. Yeah, the AI generated slop. Like you can get away with a commercial that doesn't look great and not be AI like that. It's when the Raiders part shows up that it instantly takes me out of it of just being terrible. Because you can find Raiders fans to put in front of a green screen and do that shit, and it will look fine. But doing an AI baby for like why? Why are you calling Raiders fans babies? Because you took their team. Pass right side on 3rd and 2 is going to be caught at the 5 by Keon Coleman. Great catch against former Bill Rasul Douglas. Oh yeah, I feel the same right now about Allen as I did Brady when he was with New England. Maybe a little bit more towards Allen because, like, again, Brady, if he was on a different team, I would respect for him. Whereas Allen, if he was on a different, like Allen would legit be my favorite quarterback if he was on any NFC team or any non-AFC East team. 1st and goal, and the Bills will call a timeout. Yeah, they're just advertising the NFL season and being like, "Hey, your team could be the one getting a parade in February." It's dumb. Well, the thing that makes that one worse is that's not AI. It's it's just it's just the Rizzler, which is who the celebrity is. Like he's just like he had his like moment in the spotlight, and that has since faded somewhat. So like it's just out of date. Yeah. Well, yeah, win the Super Bowl, you get a parade and all that. That's what is like getting at. It misses the mark clearly because that's why like it's a giant parade float that's going towards the Golden Gate Bridge in San Francisco. So it's being like, hey, any team could be, any team could win the Super Bowl this year and have a parade. Watch the games, please. It's dumb. First and goal from the 5. Allen under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options. Gonna send one of them in motion. As Allen's gonna play action and look to throw. Rolling left. Has plenty of time and room. Gonna shovel past this, and that's a touchdown. Beautiful shovel pass there, and the Bills take the lead. Yep, the lead was fun while it lasted. That's for sure. That's Jackson Hawes on the touchdown grab. And it's just, yeah, simple left side bootleg. Allen tossed that, which great read. It would have been 1-on-1 between him and Rasul Douglas. He would have gotten in anyway. The extra point is up and good. Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't say every fan base would want Allen on their team. I think Chiefs fans are really happy with Mahomes. But yeah, the majority of fan bases would probably trade their next 2 drafts worth of picks for Josh Allen. Like, he's a franchise difference maker. And the crazy thing is, if Buffalo gets told, we'll give you all of our picks from this year and next year's drafts, they still say no. Because he's worth more than that. I think that's a fun question. How many years worth of draft picks is Josh Allen worth? It has to be a minimum of 5, right? I think it would be really tough for Buffalo to pass up 5 years worth of draft picks from a team. But at the same time, they probably do. Yeah, I mean, Brandon Beane has even gone on record saying he would sooner trade himself than trade Josh Allen. Like, he's a Bill for life. All right, so this is what we've seen 2 Heisman House commercials this year. And I think both of them are centered around, the fact that the house got condemned and they have to leave and all that. When are we going to get to the actual road trip portion of the Heisman House this year? Because I'm curious how they're going to handle that. Going back to commercials with great storytelling, I love the Heisman House. Like, that is how you do commercials right. And I'm shocked it's Nissan, of all companies, that got it right. Would it be as bad as the Mavericks trading away Luka if Allen never got traded? Would it be that bad? As we're getting stats about Yale and William and Mary right now. Sure. Thank you, Amazon. It's like, yeah. The Sabres don't got anyone of that level. Allen stands alone in terms of, like, really, yeah, across all of sports. All big 4 sports, of like guys that, if ever traded, would probably cause the city to be burnt down. Kickoff returned up to about the 27. That's D. Eskridge on the return. Let's see how this next drive goes. Yeah, so in the NBA, because we had Parsons traded to the Cowboys recently. Back in February, when we had Luka traded from the Mavericks to the Lakers in the NBA, that was like, holy shit, what is happening type of trade. That completely messed up the city of Dallas for like months. As Tua under center, going to play action and look to throw. Rolling to his left to buy some time. And is going to be top past the Tyreek left side, but I think that's either batted away or just incomplete. Like, how long would it take for the city itself to recover in a world where Allen gets traded? Because the team would be cursed. Like, the Bills trading away Josh Allen would be the next like curse of Bobby Lane, curse of the Bambino. Like they would never win again. You say just joking. It very easily could be 100 years for that city to recover. Tua pass right side on second down to Devon Achane. Is gonna gain a yard, if that. Because like the city, like in between Kelly and Allen, Buffalo didn't have like a single true face of the franchise in either the NHL or the NFL. And currently in the NHL, the Buffalo Sabres have no one, period, basically. So if they trade away Allen, that city has like no key player. As 3rd and 9, Tua in shotgun looking to throw. Has some time, rolling to his left to buy more. Still looking, gonna pass left side, and that's incomplete once again. Christian Benford in coverage? No. That was Teron Johnson in coverage. As I believe Tua was looking for Achane there, yeah. And that's back-to-back 3 and outs for Miami. And here's where it starts to get ugly. Hunt barely comes off clean. And it's going to be fair caught near the 28. And right back to a commercial break. I think it's even fun. I think that part's even funnier because you traded away AJ Brown, and with the pick you got, you drafted Treylon Burks, who was projected to be AJ Brown. So the Titans literally pulled that Family Guy meme where it's like, it's either you either get a boat or a mystery box, and they picked a mystery box because it could be a boat. Like, I'm sure AJ Brown probably wasn't gonna sign an extension with the Titans, and that's why they made the move. But yeah, it made no sense in the moment. It made no sense in the moment. It made no sense that next season. It makes no sense now. Because could you imagine Cam Ward with AJ Brown? We would be talking about Tennessee as surefire contenders in the AFC South. You also probably don't get Cam Ward if you keep AJ Brown, because Will Levis probably performs better. Yeah, we scored on the opening drive. We opening the kickoff to begin the game got us up to the plus 48, and we scored on the opening drive. Since then, it's been back-to-back 3 and outs. This game is going about how I expected it. The score prediction I sent to my friend who's a Bills fan was 50-7. So I am on pace. That's yeah, it was fun while it lasted. Oh, this is the other thing. Yeah, they gave us a little taste of what they could do, only to instantly pull it away because they remembered they are the Miami Dolphins. Yeah, Bills have won 13 of the last 14. I think that's 15. I think that's 14 of the last 16. Yeah, Allen has just, it's... I want to see something. As Allen is under center. Under center, back behind him. Play action, looking to throw. With time, pass right side is caught, and there's space there for Khalil Shakir. They get past the 30 and out of bounds at the 32. When was... Yeah. Last time we fired a coach mid-season was Joe Philbin in 2015. It's been 10 years. We'll see how long that lasts. We might see that time scores. That's possible, but Allen under center, toss left side for James Cook is gonna have plenty of space up past the 40, past midfield, and gets a touchdown save and tackle there. But James Cook is cooking tonight. That's Ashton Davis on the touchdown save and tackle. It would be hard for the bunch of Dolphins to play football. I mean, to be fair though, I think if you put an actual like pack of Dolphins on the field right now, you probably do stand a better chance at stopping this Bills offense. On Allen to throw. Has plenty of time in the pocket. Gonna try and step up and now shovel in this, but it's gonna be incomplete. Looking for Ray Davis on the shovel pass. He tried to that's just Allen toying with his food. Second and 10 coming up. Ravens play Detroit. Jacksonville plays Houston. Go Cam Little. I mean, it depends, dude. It depends if you think that Ravens Lions game is a shootout or not. Oh yeah, no. That's always the case. Any fan base can insult their own team better than any other fan base. Pass left side to Keon Coleman's gonna get about 9. Houston's defense has shown to be good this season, whereas Detroit's has pretty good defense this year. I don't know. But yeah, probably Tyler Loop because there's more faith in that Ravens offense to do stuff. Allen under center on 3rd and 2. 3 receiving options to the right, back behind him. Play action looking to throw. Pass right side's wide open in room. Inside the 20 and out of bounds to the 15. That is Tyrell Shavers on the reception. Woo! That's his first catch of the season. Rookie out of San Diego State, because of course. Because of course. No, you want to find a way to play both of them. But if you have to choose one, you always pick Justin Jefferson. Because no matter who's his quarterback, he's the main target. And Jets are playing Tampa this week. They have a solid defense. Yeah, no, it's Jettas. Especially with Minnesota playing Cincy, yeah. As there's a player still to get up, I believe that's a Dolphins still to get up. I couldn't get a number. I also forgot to remove one of Buffalo's timeouts earlier on for some reason. I mean, in the one game McCarthy has looked really good in this season, he did utilize Justin Jefferson. He just needs to do it more. And yeah, I am expecting Wentz to make that offense look better. I know, is Cincy Minnesota like this sneaky fantastic game this week? It might be. Like that might be this week's Giants Cowboys. And it was Jake Browning against Carson Wentz. Yeah, that's gonna be a game. Oh yeah, like Sam Darnold knew how to get Jettas the ball. It was great to watch. And I think we're seeing both of them I think we're seeing both of them wish that they were still on the same team. Like if Sam Darnold was still on the Vikings this year, they're in a much better shape. I still have faith in McCarthy. It's just he needs to figure out how to pass to the left side of the field. That's the funny thing. It's like typically quarterbacks prefer to throw it to the side that their handedness is. So like McCarthy prefers throwing to his right, and he's a righty. I've always been the opposite. I've always preferred to throw to my left. I just like the idea of opening out more instead of closing in on throws. Quentin Johnston over Garrett Wilson. Yeah, maybe. Tyrod Taylor is in line to start this week for the Jets, right? Their offense is not going to look that great. Back from commercial break, Allen in shotgun back to his right, 2 receiving options to each side. Quick pass right side caught by James Cook. Going to be a gain of 2. Ashton Davis might be the best player on this defense right now. He has made some great tackles in this game. True. Oh, there's another Dolphins still to get up. Maybe like McCarthy's performance in that fourth quarter definitely got hindered because of the following week. But at the same time, like this is a Bears team that a lot of people expected to compete for that division this year. So any way you can beat them, I think that's like a medal of honor. I just need McCarthy to play a consistent 60 minutes. Currently, he's only played a solid 15. As Jack Jones was slow to get up after that play. So Ethan Bonner is in the game. Everyone's favorite white cornerback. No, Cooper DeJean does not exist. Allen under center, back by 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 14, a give to Cook, and that's going to break off 1 tackle and get back to the line of scrimmage. Jalen Phillips had him dead to rights in the backfield, but couldn't bring him down for the tackle. Damn. So Jack Jones is injured. That's Jordan Marshall heading to the locker room. One of Miami's rookies in this secondary. As Jack Jones is back on the field, though, so we'll take that. All right, 3rd and 8. Allen in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Ball on the 14. Can we make the stop? Allen to throw. Pressure coming, trying to escape it, but unable to. He's sacked. Back at the 24. We get a stop. It's Bradley Chubb. We forced a field goal. Let's go. I mean, if Carson Wentz did not get injured in 2017, he wins the MVP that year. I feel like people forget that. I mean, maybe not, because that's also like the main talking point with Carson Wentz. But at the same time, like he can play. And the thing with his Vikings offense, it's an offense that will serve him well. Extra point! It's wide left. It remains a 7-point game. Yes! Let's go! The comeback starts here. The comeback starts here. It's like 6 minutes remaining in the half. The Bills get ball to begin the second half. I feel bad that we had to do that against Matt Prater. That's my dude. But let's go. All right, 1st and 10. 6:03 to play in this first half. Tua to throw. Has time. Pass left side's going to be caught. There's some blockers for Achane, who gets about 2. Hell yeah. Exactly. Here's how this Dolphins team can still win the Super Bowl. Yeah, maybe. Ethan Bonner got like a lot of media attention in Miami because Tyreek said that Bonner was faster than him. And every Dolphin fan's kind of just been right in that sense. Tua in shotgun back to his right. 2nd and 8, gonna give to Achane. Has room down the left side past the 35 and fighting his way for about 6 up to the, was that 36-yard line? It also might be on my end. I am on college Wi-Fi, kind of. I'm on like already college internet with accidentally being on my extension when I definitely should not be. So I'm gonna change that at next commercial break so I'm not on my extension. It should be a little bit better on my end as well. Because I have seen those. I've been dropping frames a little bit throughout this. 3rd and 1. Tua in shotgun back to his right. Going to give this up the middle for Ollie Gordon, who breaks the tackle and picks up the first. Miami's first down since the opening drive. Hold on, we here. Under 4.5 to play. Can this be a tied game entering the half? First and 10. Tua under center. 3 receiving options to the right. The back behind him. Ball on the 42. Tua handoff up the middle. And that's going to be gain of roughly 4 up to the 46. That's Devon Achane on the carry. Yeah, again, I plan to get off my extension on my laptop here next commercial break. And hopefully I can avoid dropping too many frames the rest of this. That's the joys of being a college student. Shotgun back behind him. 2nd and 6. Faking the toss left. Has time. Now throwing left side and Achane gets blown up. Oh my god. That's a loss of like 6. Oh. That's a beautiful hit though. I can't lie. But god, that's a bad pass. Looking to get Achane killed there. Jeez. No one else is open. Ingold needs to get that block. That's the issue. Ingold completely missed on his assignment there. Achane would have had space. And a 3rd and 12. Tua in shotgun. Buffalo sends pressure. Tua makes one man miss in the backfield. Rolling to his left. Throw in. That's going to be caught. Past midfield. It's Tyreek Hill. Down to the plus 41. There we go. Extend that pocket. Extend that play. I'm going to say that pass to Achane was a hospital pass. That term has been getting flown around a lot recently. It definitely was not a great pass, but I don't think it was hospital per se. At the 2-minute warning. I've done this before stream. There we go. All right. I'm now no longer on my extension, so we should be better on my end. As we're at the 2-minute warning. 2-minute warning. Miami has ball up at the plus 41. First time they have crossed midfield since the opening drive of the game. Might be cooking here a bit. Hold on. Buffalo made the mistake. They gave Miami momentum with that missed field goal. But we will see. We will see. And so also with this, there's currently plans, or the current plan is 3 games the rest of this week. I'm currently not planning to do a 1 o'clock game on Sunday, but I do want to be live for Broncos Chargers. So the plan is Broncos Chargers, Sunday Night Football, Monday Night Football. I'm not sure if I'm going to throw in a 1 o'clock game just because, as of now, that's not the idea. Could change, who knows. But yeah, none of the 1 o'clock games really stand out to me. True on that. At the same time, though, Achane wasn't completely defenseless. Back from the commercial break, Tua in shotgun, looking to throw. Pass over the middle is incomplete, looking for Devon Achane as he was lined up out wide, had him on an in-breaking route. And 2nd and 10. The no shot at 2-minute warning just killed all that momentum, right? It wasn't the greatest of reads. Tre'Davious White read that pretty well. This has been a 7-play drive. Tua in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Looking to throw once again. Dancing in the pocket and just going to throw it away incomplete. What? He was very skittish in the pocket there for very little reason. I mean, again, the throwaway is a smart move there. It doesn't seem like anyone was open. But like, you had a little bit more time in that pocket. Yeah, anytime you're stopping by is appreciated. Yeah, and I like the idea of interacting with Chad. That was going to be a goal of mine to be able to do. Pass right side, caught by Tyreek. Has space. First down inside the 30 to about the 28. There's that speed coming in handy. 1:37 to play in the half. And clock's continuing to tick. Miami's not calling the timeout here for some reason. Why are we not calling timeouts? I mean, you don't want Buffalo to get the ball back before the half, I guess. That makes sense. But you also want to find the end zone. Like, this is playing for field goal type of clock management. Tua in shotgun, gonna hand this off to Ollie Gordon up the middle. Gets inside the 25 to about the 22. All right, that works, but okay, now the clock has stopped. I'm finally calling the timeout. Yeah. Again, for as much as I really appreciate the raids that Tom does, trying to then answer the chat when it's flying like that. Eventually, a plan is you obviously get like a slow mode or something, so that way I'm able to. But yeah, it's nice having just a very. It's nice being able to read all the messages and respond to everything. I'm just gonna say Miami called the timeout there. I did not see a graphic pop up that said they did, but it would make sense. Exactly. And that's why I like me actually reading the chat and making sure I respond to stuff. it helps with that. Now, the only thing I wish is if I had a better setup up here in this area, so I don't need to look off to the side at a laptop that's on a laundry basket. But gotta make do. Oh no, it was Buffalo that called the timeout. Okay. Tua in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right as well. Going to look to throw here once again. Pressure coming. Pass right side caught by Achane. And unable to make the man miss. Will lose about three, maybe 4 there. Yeah. And I appreciate that. As Buffalo calls their final timeout. All right. Yeah. So third and only lost 3 there. Okay, 3rd and 7. Buffalo's trying to make sure they get ball back before the end of the half, but even if they make the stop here, as long as Miami does not go out of bounds, there's going to be like 7 seconds by the time we kick the field goal. This has been a much better game than I expected so far, so I will take it. All right, Tua in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left after setting the tight end in motion. Tua to throw. Pressure coming, gonna try and step up. Now rolling to his left. Will take it himself, and that's a first down carry for Tua Tagovailoa, a gain of 8, and he slid down. Okay, now this is where you would start calling your timeouts. With 30 seconds left, Miami does. Okay, Tua. And the key thing is he slid down after getting the first. But there we go. Where was this against New England? Where was this against Indianapolis? We'll take it, but where was this? I swear, if we somehow win tonight. Walk, yeah. Alright, 1st and 10. Tua in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Ball on the 17. Looking to throw once again. Rolling to his right. Now passing right side. That's going to be incomplete. Looking for Tanner Connor. The dive and catch couldn't hang on. That would have been the 3rd catch on the season from a Miami Dolphin tight end. Which is a crazy thing to say after how we utilized tight ends last year. Yeah, no, that touched the ground. He would have had the space as well. Oh, the one behind me? I got that at a memorabilia convention in Fort Lauderdale. It was like $100. Easiest purchase I've ever made. Quick screen right side for Achane. Has space down to about the 9. 17 seconds remain. Miami will call their 2nd timeout. Welcome in, Ball Flash. Yeah, it's been an interesting game to say the least. Definitely not what I was expecting, but I will gladly take this. All that's needed is for this drive to actually result in something. And we're feeling solid. Buffalo gets ball to begin the 2nd half, so that's not great. But this has been something. I'm not sure what you mean there. Heck, JSR. Yeah, I'm not sure. Yes, save driving. Do not chat and drive. A cool Twitch messed up there, made me miss the play. I love watching this game on Twitch. It was a quick pass to Tyreek on third down that picks up 7. First and goal coming up for Miami. 11 seconds to play in the half. I think I need to get off my Ethernet now. What is... What? Okay. Tua in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Looking to throw. Pass over the middle. That's caught. Touchdown, Miami. Jalen Waddle. And Miami's an extra point away from having this game tied at the half. A 16-play, 71-yard drive that spanned about 6 minutes. That is the exact drive that Miami needs in this type of game. Riley Patterson on for the extra point. It is up and good. 8 seconds to play. And this game is tied. I'm going to make the executive decision to unplug this Ethernet cable. I love this PC, but man, can it be annoying sometimes. There we go. That should be good. I mean, yeah, in that Chiefs-Eagles game, there was a lot of movement up front before tush pushes. So I'm not surprised that they're going to keep a closer eye on it. They kind of have been needing to. Like, it's the type of play where you don't need to ban it. You just need to actually call it. Yeah, there goes the 50-7 predictions. I'm fine with it. Kickoff underway. Going to, I think, be down in the end zone for a touchback there. No, returned up to about the 30. Might as well have just been downed. God, Twitch is not playing right now. If it continues to be kind of bad, I'm going to switch to my laptop, my other laptop that I know has more reliable connections. All right, 2 seconds remain in the half. You don't need to go 70 yards on this one play. Imagine you just need it to halftime. Yep, Buffalo's going to need this one to the half. All right, a tie game at the half. I will gladly take this. Like, this is so much better than I thought it was. This is so much better than I thought it was going to be. Maybe. Oh no, my friend's a Bills fan that I sent that prediction to. He responded with 37-27. Yeah, this is. We got ourselves a game here. Hold on, there's a chance. There is a chance. This should be charged enough, right? Yeah, there's a chance in this. But Miami has the momentum. I was not just such a wasted opportunity those first 2 weeks were. If we even just played at half of this level in those first 2 weeks, man. This easily might be one of the seasons where you're looking back on it, and it's just like, it's Miami wasted a perfect opportunity amongst the AFC. And that, honestly, that's such a Miami thing to do, so I can't even be too upset about that. Exactly, and honestly, that probably would have been a better looking game as well, so. you can lose to the Colts. I mean, after how the Colts played in week 2, that loss is looking less and less terrible. It's still bad, but it's not as bad. Yeah, it would hurt less. It is starting to hurt a bit less anyway. Because again, the Colts are looking like a legit team. But it's still just one of those where you needed to start the season well and you just didn't. Yeah, exactly. It's just Twitch in general that's off tonight. What the? Normally this laptop does not struggle this much. We're figuring shit out. I mean, I think Tennessee can definitely make that game close. Yeah, it's gonna be a tough one though. I know there is that part of me that's just like this Colts team could very easily be the Saints team from last year. And with that, like how much at what point of the season that start getting rough for them? This laptop is normally not this bad with Twitch connection. What is happening? Yeah, I mean, I just don't think a lot of people expected them to be as big of a problem as they seemingly are at this point. Because again, they've just been playing really well. Yeah, and that's the thing with schedules. It's in the off season it could be like a viewed as an easy schedule, then the season rolls around and all of a sudden it's a gauntlet. I mean, I don't think a lot of people expected Buffalo's schedule to look as easy as it does right now. Before the season, this laptop should be good for the rest of this. So, quick audibles. All right, there we go. If somehow Miami pulls this game off, I mean the entire season looks different. And hell, the entire future looks different if Miami pulls this off, which is the weirdest thing. I mean, it reminds me back to Flores' last year, where it was like if you could make the playoffs after starting the season 1-7, then yeah, you probably will keep your job. That wasn't the case. He had a very bad preparation again, coaching job against Tennessee that year. But it's like if Miami can right the ship, we're not gonna see the complete reset just yet. Which there's gonna be a ton of Dolphin fans that are not gonna be happy about that, but that's just how Steven Ross works. Well, I think it's also the case where Tennessee was a team this year that like the feeling of them was sneaking into the playoffs. Like that was their absolute everything goes right ceiling. So they're a team where already you kind of more so looking towards next year and wanting Cam Ward to develop and wanting to get different and move stuff around and see what you have. But it's like Tennessee's a team where if they miss this rebuild window and they don't succeed with it, who knows how long it will be until they do properly right the ship. Even if Miami loses, football is unpredictable. Again, the Bills were 12.5-point favorites in this game. Like it, no, football's never going to be a sport that you can predict. No sport is easily predictable. If it was easy to predict the sport, no team would draft a bust. Every team's draft pick would be good. Yeah, I think Cam Ward's development is going to be fine. I think the bigger question is that offensive line and not Schottenheimer, Brian Callahan, and if Brian Callahan is the guy at coach. Because what was a PFF's offensive line grades had the Titans bottom of the league with like a 5 out of 100 score or some like it was a crazy low score that they got. So like if you can fix that offensive line, you're fine. And ideally Callahan is a guy that can do that. Coming from a lineage of good old line coaches, but we'll see. I mean, no, in the context of sports, I think it's fine. But yeah, definitely like that's definitely a phrase to use there. And there's a ton of phrases within the sports world that like you say out loud once and you're just like, what am I talking about? And especially over the past year and a half of doing these streams, it's just like I have said some shit I never thought I would say. But in the context of calling a football game, it makes perfect sense. But it's just also like the most pause phrases you can come up with. Yeah, but what is the leash you're willing to give Callahan? Because it's obvious that he's gonna be like he's safe after this season. You want to give him at least one more year to develop, give him like that another year of development with Cam Ward. But after that, when does the seat start to get hot? I would imagine it's 2 years after this one, as a like a potential window. That is also assuming like Ward develops well and they show fixes to the offensive line pretty well. Obviously, if next year is just a complete disaster, then that could change. True. That's also true. I there's some phrases from different countries that I wish I could say more often, but I know that in the US they would not mean the same things. And I'm just upset about it because there's so many great phrases that like the UK have, Australia has especially. Because we're still at halftime. Waddle did do the Waddle celebration. I don't think he did that last week. Hell yeah, that's nice. Oh yeah, 99. But 99 was their first year as the Titans, right? If I remember that correctly, because from 97 to 98, they were the Tennessee Oilers, if I'm not mistaken. And I did that divisional alignment video, and I kind of went into all of that a tiny bit. I should remember, but timelines are weird. It's like you have 95 with the Jaguars and Panthers, 96 Baltimore, 99 the Browns are back, 97 the Oilers move from Houston to Tennessee, and yeah, 99 would be Titans rebrand gets announced. Which we've been over this, Daniel. Like I do not like the Titans, Brandon. It's fun to look up the history, like to look up like team histories and stuff like that. It's just fun. You never really need a reason. Like I made a video last year. Yeah, last year. One of my first like proper videos since like taking it seriously. It was on John Hannah. It was a small video, but I made that because I read a book where John Hannah was lightly mentioned, and I was like, "Hold on, who is this?" And I just made the video. I saw someone earlier today online that was like, "Yeah, it's crazy how it was like it's crazy how." Daniel Jones right now would be the best quarterback in Titans history, and everyone just clowned on them. Yeah, that too. I feel like Houston and the Texans and Titans should have such a better rivalry than they do. As the second half kickoff is underway, going to be returned beginning from about the 8. Trying to find some space up past the 35 and down to the 39 before being brought down. Um, Steve McNair's career is one that probably deserves a video, and I just thought about that. It probably does. He's like that man was an MVP. Was the face of the Titans. Went to Baltimore and even played somewhat well. It's yeah. He was a great quarterback. Handoff up the middle. First play of the half is going to only gain about a yard up to the 40. It does take time to build a rivalry. And I think that the Titans using the Oilers throwbacks have kind of sparked that. I hate that they're not using them this year, but that means hopefully they're gonna change up that brand in a bit. Welcome on in. All right, 2nd and 9. Allen in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Sending Shakir in motion as Allen will look to throw. Pass over the middle is caught and going to be brought down at the 46. A 3rd down coming up. Yeah, it's like I hate how the Titans aren't using the Oilers throwbacks this year. Miami's not using their throwbacks this year, and I find that sacrilegious. Probably not the right way to use that term. I do not care. The fact that Miami's not wearing throwbacks this year is probably part of the reason why we started the season 0-2. All right, 3rd and 1. Allen, shotgun, back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Sending one of them in motion right to left. That's Joshua Palmer. Allen to throw. Has time. Pass over the middle is caught for the 1st down. Pass to 45 and down to the 44. It's Ty Johnson on the reception, but there is a flag. Be against Buffalo. Be against Buffalo. It's illegal contact on Miami. That will be declined. Hell yeah. Yeah, scripted is once again. I've not gotten around to week 2 scripted just yet because this week has been a mess for me with making sure I get videos up and having exams and stuff. Allen pass over the middle once again, plenty of space. 1st down and then some inside the 30 to the 29. It's Khalil Shakir once again. Yeah, again, like McNair's career, like he was truly one of one. He was one of one. Allen rolling to his right, looking to throw on first down. Has time, that's batted away, incomplete. Oh, Jordan Brooks should have picked that off. There is a penalty marker down. Oh, Jordan Brooks. It's going to be holding on Buffalo, but oh, Jordan Brooks. Oh, he went up for it. He got both hands on it. Deion Dawkins called for the hold. Oh, yeah? Okay, I plan. I'll probably watch it tonight while I'm working on some stuff. Hey, that'll build, Stroud and Ward, that should build a rivalry. But no, if Houston's a team this year that, I don't know, it's just a weird team. And again, first 2 weeks were not easy for them, so I can't really put too much pressure on that or weight on that, but still. Allen to throw in first and 20. Has some time, gonna step up and take it himself. Plenty of room. 25 and sliding down at the 21. 19-yard carry. Oh, but there's a ton of pushing and shoving after this one. As there's a Dolphin slow to get up as well. But that Allen mobility, man. You get lucky with that hold. Not lucky, but you get that holding call against them. And then Allen just completely negates it. I mean, Stroud had an offensive line. What was his rookie season? And even kind of last year, but that offensive line in Houston's rough. And even like they traded away Laramie Tunsil, and everyone was just like, "What are you doing? You don't have an offensive line now." Quick pass right side, caught by Dalton Kincaid on the bubble screen. He has room. The 10, the 5, down at the 1. It's Mika Fitzpatrick making the touchdown save and tackle, but first and goal from the 1, not going to help out too much. Yeah, new OC as well is definitely putting a wrinkle into things there. No, it's just Houston has the defense. They have the talent on offense. They just need the offense to get some consistency behind it. That's the key thing. Like when they get Joe Mixon back, I think that'll be a good test point. Is when they get Joe Mixon back, how does their offense look from there? Allen alone in shotgun, first and goal. Going to keep it himself, and he's brought down back at the 5. Tried a little bit QB power, a penalty down as well. We'll see who this is on. This is an after the play penalty. It would be second and goal from the 5. We'll see how this changes it. They tried a QB power RPO kind of. He looked like he was able to pass it if he wanted to. Miami blew up that play well. After play, a personal foul on Miami. Jordan Brooks called for personal foul. It's first and goal from the half-yard line. Just can't be having that kind of penalty. What, is that because he slammed it? Wait, what? Hold on, how is that on Jordan Brooks? Is this just the fact that he tried to bring Allen down after the whistle? Anyway, first and goal from the 2. Handoff to Cook up the middle. He gets in with these. It's a touchdown for Buffalo. They retake the lead. Again, that penalty probably wouldn't have mattered, but that's a weird call. It is fantasy points. But Buffalo scores on the opening drive for the half. Takes them 4.5 minutes, 8 plays, 61 yards. Oh boy. Yeah, that is true. The refs are clearly not helping the Chiefs as much this year. Extra point is up and good. Back to a 7-point game. Yeah, James Cook's basically untouched there. All right. Commercial break. God, the Anaheim Ducks are in a weird spot as a team. I'm excited for the NHL season to roll around. Part of me wants to go live for some Panther games this year. I think for sure during the NHL playoffs, I'll be live for a majority of the Panthers games. When that rolls around, assuming they make it, which they most likely will. I don't know. Part of me wants to go live with some regular season hockey games as well, but those, I don't know. Those interfere quite a bit with some of my free times that I have to do other shit right now. We'll see. First game of the season is October 7th, so I got time. I got time to decide on that. As we're still at commercial break. Yep, there's Ryan Fitzpatrick from the AFC divisional round last year. As we're just coming back from commercial break. Now Fitzy's in the booth. Hell yeah. Kickoff underway, going to be returned beginning inside the 5. That's Malik Washington trying to find some space, goes up to about the 29. All right, not bad starting field position. Let's see what this offense can do for the first drive of the half. For their first drive of the half. Let's see. How do you respond? That's the big question now. Tua in shotgun, a back to each side. In a motion, one of the backs in an orbit motion as the quick throw left side to Waddle on the screen gets blown up for 4. Tre'Davious White read that play like a book. Why are we starting to drive with that? Why are we not running the ball? That was working okay. At least. I know. McDaniel is obsessed with screenplays. And they just don't work consistently enough. Tua under center, back and fullback behind him. Tyreek sent in motion. Tua's going to hand this off up the middle. That gets about 2 for Devon Achane. All right. But now you put yourselves well behind the sticks for 3rd and long. And that's the thing with this offense. We cannot play behind the sticks. So 3rd and 11, 9:15 to play in the 3rd quarter. Miami's first drive of the half has gone backwards. Tua in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Buffalo stack in the box. They send 5. Tua with time, launching one deep over the middle, and it's incomplete. Overshot Tyreek. He tried to go up for it. Didn't really stick his hands out that much. There's a Bill player down after this one, slow to get up. I mean, I appreciate the effort taking a deep shot, but that's... It's Christian Benford, slow to get up. Could Tyreek have ran under that? No, Tyler Rapp was right there. Yeah. The more they're showing this replay, it goes off his fingertips. I mean, that's one Tyreek can catch. But I don't love that decision. As Benford is still down, hopefully he's okay. And yeah, heading to a commercial break. That's a weird pass there. Yeah, I mean, the thing is, like, Miami's all about speed. Everyone knows that. So the idea is you get your guys the ball in space to where they can make people miss. So that's why you do a bunch of screens, because they get the ball out to the guy's hands quick. The issue is a lot of teams are started to press Miami, and you don't want to run receiver screens against press coverage. Yeah, Miami does it anyway. Yeah, the Bills keep shutting down that play. And yeah, I can't tell if that was a great... It definitely wasn't... Obviously, it wasn't great. It was incomplete. But, I mean, Tyreek could have caught that. But it's also, like, off his finger. I don't know. That's one of those plays where I think it's just chalked up to... I think it's just chalked up to a whatever. I would need to see the other options he had there, but... I mean, he had time in the pocket, was able to step into it. He launched it down the field. Maybe if that was slightly underthrown, you can get Tyreek to round up that route and run underneath it and take it. But, oh, trust me, this Dolphins defense forgot they had Mika Fitzpatrick as well. Because, like, I mean, yeah, obviously one secondary player can't save a secondary, but like he's been non-existent in this season. As we're back from commercial break, next week, Thursday Night Football is Seattle, Arizona. And correct me if I'm wrong, that's a rivalry series game, right? I know Miami has their rivalry game next week against the Jets. I believe Seattle, Arizona is one as well. If so, I will need to make sure I get the Cardinals' correct logo for that game. Yeah, that was a tough catch for Tyreek to make. Punt comes off clean. Going to be returned. He muffed it, but Miami couldn't fall on it. It can be Buffalo's ball at the 20. Oh, nearly a great chance there. I think it is. I know San Francisco's is later on in the season. Because it's Miami's is next week. I believe Buffalo's is week 5. Or the Patriots is week 5. I know there's AFC East as back-to-back. Like that. I think there's 2 next week, 2 week 5, and then there's like 2 week 13 and 14. Allen under center, back behind him. First and 10 from the 20, a handoff up the middle, and that's going to get brought down at the line of scrimmage. James Cook on the carry, and Jack Jones on the tackle. They are Oregon Ducks uniforms, and I like most Duck uniforms, so I like Seattle's uniforms. Yeah, it's fine. For a one game thing that's like for a 1 game jersey that's supposed to embody the city of Seattle, like it's fine. It does the job. Allen in shotgun back to his left. Play action looking to throw on second down. Pass left side is going to be caught, but brought down, forced out of bounds near the line of scrimmage by Jack Jones there. That's Elijah Moore on the reception, and a third down coming up. Moan defense. Yeah, the yellow ones. Or I guess they're supposed to be emerald because it's the Emerald City. I don't know. Yeah, it's not. Yeah, anything is better than highlighted greens. Those were ugly. 3rd and 9. Allen in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side. Big time play here. Allen to throw. Pass left side is caught and going to be brought down short of the line to gain. That's Dalton Kincaid on the reception. Only picks up about 5. And this Miami defense, for the first time all season, it feels, has forced a 3 and out, giving the offense a shot. Yeah, gray and green. Well, to be fair, I'm also colorblind. So I'm not the best when it comes to jersey colors. I just know how I feel about them. Return going to be given from the 25 for Malik Washington. And gets up to about the 37. Solid return. Yeah. Yeah, they're similar to, like, what was it, the eggshell uniforms that Oregon had as we were going to a commercial break here. Well, because I think they're leaning into the whole, like, Emerald City decibel reading and decibel graph aspect of it, because, you know, the 12th man and how loud that stadium can get. I think that's where they're leaning into. We'll see. Yeah, it was Ethan Bonner who tagged down the punt returner after he muffed it. Yeah, probably. I mean, that gray is such a weird. I mean, have we even gotten like a proper look at those jerseys yet for Seattle? I know most teams they had like the video and then like images afterwards, but there weren't like proper media day images, I don't think. Yeah, Bufflash, you check them out. You'll be better to judge at it than me. Because with most like team jerseys, when teams get new jerseys or courts or fields or anything like that, I know what those colors are because I know what the colors should be. Because I've looked at like specific team colors for long enough. When they start getting like crazy, like start like mixing things up, that's when you lose me. Yeah, I know, but Seattle has leaned like the Seahawks color scheme has leaned into the gray a little bit though. It is their I think it's their secondary or tertiary color. Either way, like that is a part of their branding, so it does make sense. And I think the point of these jerseys as well is to like highlight that unused color a bit more. That's why Miami's is that like somewhat like dark navy blue, because like that's their tertiary color. They just don't use it that often. Or Buffalo's is that I guess Buffalo use white kind of a little bit, but it is like that snowy white. Back from commercial break, Tua under center, back behind him. Going to toss this up the middle, and there's some room for Achane getting up to about the 40. I mean, that's also the goal is to look cool. But yeah, they're trying to grab from their color branding as well. Like the Seahawk eye, I think that's the color they grabbed for like the green parts of it. Tua under center, back and fullback behind him. 2nd and 5 from about the 41. Play action looking to throw. Tua has time. Pass right side and it's going to be incomplete. Tyreek slipped at the top of his route. And he's hobbling to the sideline. That's fantastic. Oh, yeah, he just completely slips the top of that. He was open as well. Great. 3rd and 5. Tua alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the left, 2 to the right. Gonna motion someone into the backfield to his right. As there's... What just happened? Did we get a timeout called before the snap? I assume so. Yeah, Buffalo calls their first timeout. Okay. 3rd color, yeah. I mean, I haven't gotten a chance to use it yet this season, but like I have every team's. I have as many teams' text fonts that I can get. For Seattle's, like their number on their text font it's annoying. Because like the outline stuff for their number is also like, it has like that inner pattern as well. It's weird. Seattle's one of those teams where their branding, my opinions on their branding have kind of stayed the same over the years. It's weird. 3rd and 5, Tua in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. And they barely get that snap off in time. Tua to throw. Pressure coming, trying to avoid it to his left. Throwing left side, and that's just going to be incomplete. No one really there. Washington and Achane were the closest, but now Buffalo played that well. And now Miami goes 3 and out for the 2nd time this half. If only Tyreek did not slip on that 2nd down play. Oh, he missed him. I don't think he would have caught it anyway or pick up the first, but he had Malik Washington at the stick on a quick sit route. All right, punt comes off clean. And it's going to be fair caught at about the 16. All right, so the defense had their great 3 and out force the previous time Buffalo had the ball. Can they do it again? I doubt it. We'll see. Commercial break, though. And this has been something. It's a game that's been better than I expected. At the same time, like they're still making mistakes that they normally wouldn't make. It is also just Buffalo. Buffalo always has us playing weird. And it's setting up for a post game that I'm not sure how I'm gonna handle it. What what do you mean removing all extra large options? What are you talking about? Talking about what are you talking about? Because that's insane. If you're talking about like a close like website close site removing extra large options, that doesn't make any sense. Oh, Papa John's? Damn, you're moving the extra large? You keep them in New York style? Okay, so uh I get so whenever so like, a bunch of NBA teams have promotions with Papa John's. So whenever like the local team wins, they get half off Papa John's. And I love Papa John's. The fact you're moving the extra large, it's I was able to get that for like $7 whenever the Magic win. It was great. That's true as well. Yeah, running the ball has been weird tonight. Screen passes have been the death of this offense. Do they have New York? I'll take it. Because the New York style is also really good. Allen gonna take it himself on first down and going to get to about the 20, a gain of 4. Okay. Yeah, I was like, wait, what? What's the clothes store or jersey website will remove the extra large options? I completely didn't even think about Papa John's. Because it also doesn't really make. I mean, I get it, but at the same time, like, come on. You really need to save that much dough. Allen in shotgun back to his right. Give to Cook up the middle. And he's going to get stood up after about 3. So a 3rd and 3 coming up. Come on, defense. I mean, again, I'm fine with the large but flattened edges though. I don't really need to eat the crust. I mean, I do some most of the time, especially Papa John's. Papa John's crust is so good. And then at the end of the day, there is always a Lazy Moon. That's a great pizza place. You're ruling it that Cook got 4, so it's 3rd and 2. Allen in shotgun looking to throw. Miami only sends 3. Pass over the middle is caught down to the 31. Miami cannot only be sending 3 tonight. Just straight up cannot be doing that. That's Tyrell Shavers on the reception again. And once again, a beautiful pass over the middle. Why is Zach Zeeler dropping back into coverage? Make you buy 2 pizzas. I'm never gonna buy 2 pizzas from Papa John's. Play action looking to throw in first down. Allen with time. Still rolling to his right. Now gonna chuck one deep. That's incomplete. Basically a throwaway. 2nd down coming up. Well, I typically do, because again, getting half off Papa John's is nice. I'll get like the New York style, and then their barbecue wings, their boneless wings, and I'll save like the wings for like lunch the next day. It's good. 2nd and 10, 3:23 to play in the 3rd quarter. Allen in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Play clock winding down. They get the snap off. Allen to throw. Pass left side is incomplete. Looking for Keon Coleman. That's Rasul Douglas in coverage. 3rd down coming up. There is 2 big things for this Dolphins defense to do on this 3rd down. The first is to contain Josh Allen. Do not let him beat you with his legs. The second is to try and force passes before the first down marker, obviously. Allen in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the right. Looking to throw once again. Miami sends 5, but Allen has the time. Gonna pass it left side, and that's incomplete. Looking for Ty Johnson. He couldn't hang on. And Miami forces another punt, making another stand. Hey, the defense has played today. That's for damn sure. Okay, that makes sense. 60 XLs. What percentage more of dough does an XL to take compared to like a New York style or a large? As the punt comes off clean, going to be returned beginning from the 22 and going to get up to about the 32 for Malik Washington. Not bad, maybe the 33. And we're heading to a commercial break here, or I imagine so. There's like 3 minutes left in the quarter. Nope, no commercial break. Cool, we'll take it. Yeah, Miami has 4 yards of offense this quarter compared to the Bills' 91. Love it. Yeah, offense needs to show up now. Defense has done their part for the most part. Tua under center, back behind him. Then a tight end in motion right to left. Gonna look to throw. Has time. Pass right side, caught by Achane. Makes one man miss and has room. Up past the 40, a gain of 9 to the 42. $15% more dough. Okay. That's not as much as I thought it was going to be. But I could see how... Wait, no, but you're not like pre-making pizzas in case they're being ordered. You're just keeping the dough off to the side. Unless like having the XLs on the menu is costing them to order more dough that's just not getting used. Tua under center. Handoff up the middle, and that's Ollie Gordon breaking the tackle and finding space. Past midfield, past the 45, and down to the 42. Ollie Gordon is having his breakout game tonight. 2 minutes remaining in the quarter. I ate like 4 hours ago at this point. Maybe 5. I'm getting hungry as well. I need to go fucking grocery shopping soon. That's the other thing. Tua under center, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. Going to hand this off to Gordon once again, but this time he's blown up. A loss of about 2. Aaron Brewer could not keep the block there. That's Terrell Bernard blowing the play up. Oh yeah, true. It is lunchtime over there. What's the plan for lunch then for you? Yeah, me to order. Yeah, so I'm like, it wouldn't make sense to pre-slap a pizza. Tua gonna look to throw. Pass right side is caught by Julian Hill, and there's room. That's a first down carry and up to inside the 30 to the 27. But a penalty marker is down. And this is most likely going to be on Miami. Yep, an eligible man downfield. Hell yeah. That would have been the 3rd reception of the season from a Miami Dolphin tight end. Instead, it's 2nd and 17. How are you 5 yards down the field as soon as the play started? Maybe pizza, yeah. Yeah, it wouldn't make sense just talking about pizza. Might as well. Tua in shotgun, back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. 30 seconds to play in the quarter. What could be the final play right here? Quick pass right side is caught. Achane unable to break a tackle and going to only gain about 4, maybe 3. So a 3rd and long coming up. 3rd and 14. And I imagine they're going to let this clock run. Yeah. And yep, that's the end of the 3rd quarter. I mean, again, there is a world where like pre-making pizza doesn't make sense, but for the most part, just get DiGiorno. Speaking of DiGiorno, got frozen pizza. So end of the 3rd quarter, 15 minutes remain. Miami's facing a 3rd and 14, down by 7. I'm just surprised the defense has played this well tonight. The offense is playing about how I expected. One second. There we go. Well, you're also in a much smaller area than most. I feel like most Papa John's locations, so it kind of makes sense as well. As we're at commercial break, still waiting for the fourth quarter to start. That's in what was it, 6 Papa John's locations in your. That seems like a lot for your area. Like, yeah, there's some cities that would need that many, but eh, uh, that- I'm not the one choosing locations. So what do I know? Maybe there is some like product testing going on that says you need that many. Oh yeah, true. That could also be what he means, what Bob Flesh means as well. Either way. Two of the throw on 3rd and 14. Quick pass over the middle is caught. We have a hook and ladder here. Achan gonna get his way to the 36. I think he would have been better off with Malik Washington just taking that himself after catching it. But sure, you set yourself up for a 4th and 2, and the offense is gonna stay on the field. Okay, yeah. But so that's a lot of pizza places for that area. Sorry, 4th and 4 coming up. An offense staying on the field. Tua in shotgun back to his right. 3 receiving options to the left. There's Tyreek being sent in motion as Tua the throw. Pass left side is caught by Waddle. Has space. 25 and out of bounds at the 21. Keeping the drive alive. There we go. Okay. So you did all of that. You went trickery on 3rd and long. You went for it on 4th. Very simple, just mesh concept that worked. Now you're setting yourselves up to where you need to finish this drive in the end zone. Tua under center, back behind him. 2 receiving options to each side. Ball on the 21. Going to hand this off up the middle, and there's room for Achan. The 10 and down to the 7. Devon Achan makes this 1st-and-goal for Miami. Why is this game close? Why is this game close? Why couldn't we beat New England? Tua under center, gonna hand this off to Achan once again. He gets to about the 5, I think, before being stood up. Yeah, the Bills are taking this game lightly. This was a trap game all along. if only we beat New England. That's the thing that sucks about this. Like, if only we handled the business in the games we were supposed to. Yeah, Ben in Miami. I mean, yeah, you're feeling great now at that plus 11.5. Tua to throw in second and goal. Pass, end zone, right side. It's Tyreek. Touchdown, Miami. An extra point away from retying this game up as Tyreek Hill is back flipping in the end zone. 9 plays, 67 yards, 5 minutes, 40 seconds. And finally, after the defense has given them opportunities, they capitalize. Riley Patterson for the extra point. It's up and good. It is all tied up at 21. I swear. I swear. If we win, there's two things that are going to go through my mind if we win. One is, if only we handled business to begin the season and beat the Colts and beat the Patriots. If only that happened. The second, a win tonight might just straight up save McDaniel his job no matter what happens the rest of the way. Proving that you can beat the Bills in Buffalo does so much more for this season in the future than anything else. At least potentially, according to Stephen Ross. But like, this very well might keep him his job, and I'm not sure how to feel about that. Oh my God. Send it in 2 messages. It gets the point across as well. You have Dolphins money line as well. Damn. I mean, again, I picked Miami to win in predictions, but that wasn't because I thought they were going to win. It's because I'm ride or die with this team. Yeah, true. No Ed Oliver and no Matt Milano. That's the biggest 2 things that the Bills are dealing with right now. Like, on the same time, their offense is not nearly as effective as I thought it was going to be tonight. This defense is really stepping up. And I don't know how to feel. Because we've seen from this season, we've seen from the majority of McDaniel's tenure that he does rely on Tua, and that this just might not be the core for this team going forward. But at the same time, you knock out the Bills in Buffalo for the first time since 2016. Like, you're getting some leeway there. It gets cooler if they win. I think it stays the same at this point with the loss. It definitely does not get hotter after this game. That's for damn sure. Kickoff underway, going to be downed in the end zone for a touchback. Bills will begin from the 35. All right, Anthony Weaver. McDaniel has answered the call on that previous drive. You have answered the call so far this half, basically, besides that opening drive. Can you do it one more time? One more stop, get this ball back in the offense's hand while they're riding hot, and give us a shot to retake the lead. But if we win and go on a run, like if we just go on a run, it's like our next few games is like the Jets, the Panthers, the Browns. Allen under center, toss right side for James Cook. finds space and going to get brought down for a gain of about 10. There's a touchdown saving tackle there. Oof. Yeah, that was great blocking up front. I want to say that was Jordan. No, not Jordan Marshall. Might have been Jordan Marshall, actually. Who's number 11? No, that's Jay, whatever. Allen under center, give to Cook once again, and that's going to only gain about a yard. It was Dante Trader on that previous tackle. That's what it was. It was one of our rookies. If we lose the next 3 after beating the Bills tonight, the NFL is drunk. Like that would be the most Dolphins thing to have happen, but I don't know. Allen in shotgun back to his right. 2 receivers to each side, sending one of them in motion, looking to throw. Allen pass to Cook over the middle is caught, but brought down pretty quickly thereafter. Only a gain of roughly 4 up to the 49. Shy of midfield. 3rd down coming up. Of any moment in this game for Anthony Weaver to dial up his go-to blitz, this would be the moment. You cannot send less than 5 here. They're stacking the box. Allen in shotgun back to his right. 3 receivers to the left. Allen to throw. Miami sends 4. Pass left side is incomplete. It's Jack Jones making the batting the ball away. Miami's defense has forced 3 straight punts. The former Raider, the former Patriot, Jack Jones. Big time play. The defense did their job. If Wildflower is writing this week's script, I'm all here for it. The punt comes off. I swear, that's running to the kicker. Oh, there's a penalty. It's running to the kicker. God damn it! The punt gets down to like the 2 anyway. Oh, how does that happen twice in 3 weeks? How does that happen twice in 3 weeks? Oh, it's Zeeler. God damn it. Twice in 3 weeks, you make a big time stand on defense, only for it to be negated because of running into the kicker. Are you kidding me? Oh, all right. Back to Bills ball. Miami has 6 penalties against them tonight compared to Buffalo's 2. Heartbreaking. The Strouds were the best scriptwriter last season. Handoff up the middle to Cook is gonna get up to about the 30. So they called roughing into the kicker, not running. If it was running, it would be 4th and 2. All right, 2nd and 4. Allen under center, back behind him. 3 receivers, 3 receiving options to the right. 2nd and 4. Send the man in motion as they give this to Cook right side, who gets tripped up and only picks up about 2 or 3. Zeeler tried to go for the block there. He missed it and roughed the punter, man. That's a game-changing mistake, just like that Colts game. I don't think it would have mattered in that Colts game compared to this one. Allen in shotgun back to his left. 3rd and 1. Give up the middle to Ty Johnson. He gets enough. Down to the 20 before being stood up. I mean, you have to hold him to a field goal. Give yourselves the best possible chance. Yeah, that's true. Though again, I think it all blended together well. Yeah, I don't know, man. Jacksonville last year was rough. Allen in shotgun back to his left. 3 receivers to the right. Play clock winding down to get the snap off. Allen, pass right side is caught. Going to be brought down for a gain of 5. That's Joshua Palmer on the reception. Ball at the 15 now. Under 8 minutes to play. Man, that's such a back-breaking play. Second and 5, Allen in shotgun back to his left. Going to quick throw left side. There's going to have some room there for Shakir. Inside the 10, the 5, and touchdown Buffalo. That's a massive swing in this game, man. That roughing the punter. That's a massive swing in this game. 7:17 to play. The offense needs a drive now. Oh, yeah, for sure. But again, the storytelling was on point with all of that, so I can't complain. Extra point is up and good. All right. Man, that's such a bad penalty. I mean, I can't blame him fully. That man does so much. It makes sense that something like that would slip his mind. Yeah, Tom's fantastic. Yeah, but Jacksonville again. Jacksonville's one of those teams this year where it felt like they can go one of two ways, and it still feels like that. Like there's been no clear indication from Jacksonville what kind of team they are this year. I mean, again, like as soon as Monday night ends, it's just it's straight to work on whatever you have to do for the next day. Like again, this past Monday when there was the 2 games back to back, while the Chargers Raiders game was going on, I was working on power rankings, and I recorded a bunch of recorded like 99% of power rankings at that moment. I edited a good chunk of it. Like it's right to work. Well, because most of their top draft picks are just yeah, they're really good talent, but they're not consistent with their abilities. Like Trevor Lawrence, he can have a fantastic game and then play like DJ Walker the next week. He needs to get more consistent. And that's most of their top end talent is they need to be consistent, and through that they need better coaching. Maybe Liam Cohen will be the guy, but who knows? Well, no, I mean, to be fair, Tom also does this full time. He has a lot more time in order to get things done and to get things done like during the day. Meanwhile, I have classes, So I literally have to do everything at night or after classes. So like I would like typically I try to record stuff before Monday Night Football so I can edit them afterwards. This past Monday I just didn't have time for that. So I had to record everything and edit everything Monday night, Tuesday morning before class. I have no idea, T Fox. I wish I could tell you. This team puzzles me. Kickoff return beginning from the 10, and there's room for D. Eskridge up to about the 38. T Fox, this team vexes me. This team insists upon itself. This team is a fucking brain team. This team should not exist. There's no logical reasoning which made you think Miami could keep this game this close. True, yeah. There's Don Rogers. That was a fun character. Tua in shotgun, back to his right, 2 receivers to each side. Ball on their own 37. Going to hand this off to Achan, who's going to get a yard, maybe 2. I think now the question becomes, if you can find the end zone again, you have to go for 2, right? We're in the same spot we were last year against this team in Buffalo. I'm just realizing. Tua play action looking to throw. Pass time, passing deep, right side, and it's going to be incomplete. Looking for Tyreek along the sideline, too high for him to be able to get his feet in bounds. 3rd and 8. Oh, super position. Yes. Schrodinger's football team. Yeah. It's 3rd and 8. Tua in shotgun. Back to his left, 3 receivers to the right. Looking to throw. Bill send pressure. Pass left side is caught by Waddle. Out of bounds at midfield. this Okay, again, we were in this exact position last year. Down by 7, we score under 2 minutes, and then we kick the extra point and lose by 3. You have to go for 2 this time around, right? Tua under center, gonna hand this off to Achan right side. Makes 1 man miss, makes a second, and gets out of bounds after about 3. No, I wouldn't say you traded Tyreek too early. Because again, no one would have expected this kind of game out of this team tonight. It is totally Schrodinger's NFL team. You never know what you're gonna get any single week. You're either gonna get a mastermind of a performance or you're gonna get dog shit. Tua in shotgun, back to his left, 2 receiving options to each side. Looking to throw once again. Pressure coming, pass left side is caught. As Julian Hill get up past the 45 to about the 44, I believe. And that is the 3rd reception from a Miami Dolphins tight end this season. No. Well, it wouldn't matter for this week anyway. So at that point, I'm not sure how much it would matter. 3rd and 4. Yeah. And I kind of miss Bruce and Springsteen. As much as I kind of don't care about the Jets, those 2 made me care about the Jets for a brief period of time. As Miami calls a timeout before this 3rd and 4 play. 4:40 to go in this one. Now that you're calling a timeout there, it does feel like you have to go for 2 upon getting the touchdown. Because you're not going to have all your timeouts. Ugh. Tua alone in shotgun. 3 receivers to the right, 2 to the left. Looking to throw. Pass left side, it's there. It's Jalen Waddle. Pass near the 30 before getting out of bounds. Yeah. Those two were great. All right, 1st and 10. Ball at the 31. Tua in shotgun, back to his left. 2 receiving options to each side. Shifting the back to his right. The give to Ali Gordon left side. Gets inside the 30 to the 28, maybe the 27. Might give him about 4. I don't believe I saw that second one. I know I saw the NFT one. All right, Tua in shotgun, back behind him. 3 receiving options to the right. 2nd and 6. Tua gonna end around this one, right side for Malik Washington. Has some blockers and gonna get down. They're gonna say just shy of the 1st down marker. All right, this is it. This is the moment. Miami's had so many issues on 3rd and short in the past. You need half a yard to keep this drive alive. Can you please break the huddle? Oh no, they're saying 1st down now. Never mind. We'll take that. They're giving Miami the 1st after talking this one over. Yeah, Malik Washington got the 1st. There we go. Good Brett Favre. Because Brett Favre was a Jet for a year, and his last game as a Jet was Miami winning the division against them. Tua in shotgun, back to his right. 2 receiver to each side, looking to throw. Pass right side's picked off. It's picked off and going the other way, out of bounds at the 42. Tua. There was pressure in his face. He had to get rid of it quick, but that's not the read there. You don't have the arm strength for that read. That was going to be picked off 10 times out of 10. 3 minutes remain. That's such a bad decision. That kills a great drive. He's staring him down the entire way. That's such a bad decision, man. That's just not the read there. Yeah, that would be the implication of that. Because again, Brett Favre played for the Jets for that brief period of time, just like Rodgers. Ugh. Maybe the defense has one more in them, but that's such a bad decision. Like, yes, there's a free rusher in your face. Just go down. The smarter plays to just go down and take the sack. You've been playing fine. Like, you've been playing fine from behind the sticks. You don't need to force that pass in there. Because you know you're going to go for it on 4th. Like, Like even if it's 2nd and 14, you know you have 3 plays to pick up the first. There's no need to force that pass in there. Oh yeah, I hate Brett Favre as well. It's like Brett Favre's career, like purely focusing on the field. It was a great career, but of like the noteworthy Packer quarterbacks, no, I'm not that high on it. It's just the interceptions that scare me. But yeah, his off the field stuff terrible. Man, like that's they're showing a replay of it. That's just not the read. The read is just go down or give it to A-Chan on the outside. You it's Brunskill that gets blown up, and that's why. It wasn't even a free rusher. The third string right guard just got blown up. All right, 1st and 10 from the 41. Allen under center, gonna give this right side. Gonna try and cut inside, has room. Pass midfield down for the first. Oh, penalty marker down though. This will stop the clock. And this will probably be on Buffalo. So it gives Miami a chance. Yeah, holding on Buffalo. Gonna push them back 10. Calling in on Dalton Kincaid. I mean, but if Miami's gonna get the ball back, what, they'll have like a minute 40 with no timeouts to get a touchdown? Yeah, that's a clear holding on Kincaid. But the question is just, can they even make this stop? I mean, again, Favre's career, like most of what I've seen from it is just from going back because he didn't really have that big of a career. And like I didn't really watch football that much in the late 2000s, early 2010s. Give up the middle for James Cook, gonna get about 4. Like I've since gone back and watched a bunch of like his games, Rodgers games, and all that, and a bunch of other games. So like, yeah, he had a good career. It's not one that like you write home about. Yeah, Miami calls their second timeout. Yeah, Miami's next 4 games. You have the Jets, you're at Carolina, you have the Chargers, then you're at Cleveland. In theory, you go 3 and 4 in that stretch. Or you go 3 and 1 in that stretch, in theory. Which is like, if you got this win tonight, you would be chilling because you would be 4 and 3 after that point. But 2nd and 16. Allen in shotgun, back to his right, 3 receivers to the right. Going to look to throw. Allen with time, rolling to his right, pass over the middle is a wide open receiver. That's a first down. Pass to 40 and down at the 35. They're in field goal range. Elijah Moore on the reception. That will do it. Because now, even if Miami gets the stop, they'll be down by 10. Oh my god. Ugh. This game really ended on a Tua interception, followed by a defense that can't really. That. Ugh. That brings us to the 2-minute warning. And for the first time since, what, 2019? Miami will start the season 0-3. Man. This is a tough one. Because again, no one expected Miami to go toe-to-toe with Buffalo like this. This loss would be viewed so much better, yet also feel worse if we beat the Colts and the Patriots. But because it ended up like this, and this does pretty much mark the end of the season. You're 0-3. Not a lot of pretty much no team makes the playoffs after starting 0-3. Yeah. Man, that's a tough one. I will say though, this does probably mean McDaniel has the rest of the season to figure it out. A close loss like this, with how patient Steven Ross can be, he'll give him the rest of the season to see if there's any way to right this ship. But man, that's a tough one. But again, that also perfectly encapsulates the fact that you're not going to be able to beat Buffalo with this core and this roster. You're just not going to be able to. Yeah, it was a great game. It was a great game. It's just it's a great game, but it also perfectly encapsulated why this core does not work and won't work. Yeah, I would imagine Tyreek gets dealt within the next 2 weeks. Oh yeah, Tua's full first name, it is near impossible to pronounce if you're not Samoan and you're not used to that kind of names. Yeah, there's a reason. There's reason people just call him Tua, and there's reason people just call his brother Tawala or Tuala, whatever. Yeah, like Tyreek needs to get traded soon because you need to maximize his value. Same goes for. I think same goes for Chubb probably as well. Toss left side to James Cook is gonna get about 2. And I think Miami will call the final timeout there. Yeah, it's a crazy name. Ugh. This is one of those games where if it happens last year, 2 years ago, 3 years, like if it happened any other year, it would be looked at in such a different lens. But because of what happened the first 2 weeks, you kind of know like this game is kind of like this game is magnified to a different degree of like yes, nitpicky things, but those are things that cost you seasons. Allen under center, back and fullback behind him, 2nd and 7. Gonna toss this left side for James Cook, and he's gonna be brought down at the line for no gain. So the Bills will be able to run this to about a minute 10. Yeah, Miami's not getting the ball back, I don't think. NFL is instructing officials this week to call the tush push tight going forward, whatever that means. And yeah, there's the replay of the roughing the punter penalty that, yeah, I mean, is one of the reasons we lost this game. I want to say is the main one because we had that chance on the final drive. Allen going to keep it himself left side and be brought down for a gain of 2. The Bills can get this to about, what's that, 30? No. 27 seconds before having to kick the field goal. And unless Matt Prater does something he doesn't do often, I mean, he did earlier tonight. Oh no, keeping the offense on the field. Hold on, it's 4th and 5. Allen in shotgun, back to his left, 3 receivers to the right, and okay, delay of game. There we go. Oh no, they call it timeout. Okay, they're trying to get Miami to jump. All right, see you around. All right, so out comes Matt Prater. There's 27 seconds left. As long as Matt Prater makes it, it is game. He has missed from early. He missed earlier tonight, and they're showing a replay of the wide right incident with Scott Norwood. Matt Prater is typically a pretty reliable kicker. Only way Miami has a shot is if he misses this, or if they block it. He could. He missed earlier tonight. This is from 48 and the left hash. He missed from closer earlier. To seal the game, Matt Prater. Kick is up. And it is good. Yeah, he doesn't miss twice very often. This is a tough one. It's just a curse, I guess. I don't know. Yeah, GG's. Ugh. Yeah, Miami played this game so much better. Like this was probably Miami at their best. And they still made costly mistakes. They just still didn't have enough. Miami at their best still cannot beat Buffalo in Buffalo. Like again, for as good as this game was, it's just more proof that something needs to change with this core if they're gonna compete with the Bills for their division. All right, a kickoff underway, and it's going to be down in the end zone for a touchback. Miami will begin from the 35. Yeah, Buffalo's Buffalo. And that's the other thing. Like the Patriots are just gonna get better next year. Like the Patriots are just gonna get better throughout this season and into next year. So there is that pressure of you need to be able to compete, but you just don't have a roster that can. Tua pass left side is caught by Tanner Connor. He's gonna get about 13 before being knocked out of bounds. Clock will stop. But yeah, it's just this core and this team at this moment does not have what it takes to compete. And through that, like it's been 4 years, and the only time they beat Buffalo with this core was off of a fluke game. Pass left side is overthrown and incomplete, looking for Tyreek. 11 seconds remain. I hope this laptop stays charged throughout this, but if not, it's whatever. It's just one of those games. So Tua gonna quick pass right side. That's caught for a screen. And that's going to be Malik Washington up past the 40 to about the 38, 37. But clock will expire, and that will do it. It was a close one. It was a close one, but that's 10 straight wins for the Bills at home. And the Bills have won 14 of the last 15. And what, again, like 15 of the last 15 of the last 17. It's been a tough one in this rivalry. You get Tyreek's talking to Sean McDermott like, "Get me out of here." Yeah, that's a tough way to fit this one for end. That's a tough way for this one to end. 31-21 is your final. I appreciate everyone that has tuned in. I have post game to record real quick. But I will see you all on Sunday. Current plan is to go live for 2 games, those being Broncos, Chargers, and then Sunday Night Football between the Chiefs and Giants. I might go live for a 1 o'clock game. I don't know just yet. If I do, you'll see that stream scheduled. If not, it'll be the 4 o'clock games. We'll also be live Monday night for Detroit and Baltimore. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I'll see you all next time. Have yourselves a damn good one. Peace.